we interrupt this bomb hair intro to give you a quick public service announcement. Are we off? This video will have the answers to your very basic questions, like what hair is this and what color it is. If you are in my comments and I happen to see you say, sis, what hair is that? That means I know you ain't watching my videos. And if you're not watching my videos, hey my beautiful people, how's it going? As always, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm so happy to be back. Okay, as you already know, as you see the title of this video and you saw my intro, I'm serious about that intro, okay? But no, this is going to be a hair tutorial. Yes, I have not done one of these in a very long time on my channel, so I'm excited to do one. Now actually, I wasn't even going to put this up because I was having some difficulty with this particular install. Now I've installed these crochet locks many a times before, did it a different way. I tried to do something a little different this time and it was causing me some difficulty, so I said, you know what, they ain't gonna get this video. But I got a lot of compliments on it and I do like the way it finally came out when it came all together. And yeah, a lot of people was asking me what hair this was and etc and the color, and so I said, you know what, let me put it up. If if you decide to do your hair like this, let me share my experience and some of the difficulty you may have that I had. So let's start with the hair specs first. All right, so the hair that I use is this one right here, and it is by the brand Zury, and it's their Zury Lock Braid, and it is their loose wave. Okay, and it looks like this. Now you can't see the ends in this clip right here because the way my camera is set up is not catching all of the hair, but I'll insert some pictures right now so you can see what it looks like. I use this hair all the time and I love it. Now I actually use two different ones by the same brand. Majority of my head, about 90% of my head, actually maybe 95% of my head is covered with this, the loose wave. But in the very front, maybe about 8 of them or so are these, and it is their deep curl. All right, so they have two. These are the only two that I've ever seen. It is the loose wave and the deep curl, and I'm going to show you right now the difference between the two. Now as far as the difference between the two, it is this. Hopefully you can see it, but it is the size. The loose wave is definitely bigger than the deep curl. The deep curl is much smaller, a little bit tighter. The loose wave is a little looser. As far as the curl pattern at the bottom, I don't see that much of a difference to me, to be honest. I like to use the smaller ones in the front just because my hair is a little bit thinner in the front, and especially with the way I installed these, doing the individual method, I just like the way these lay better than the big one. But you can do these, you don't have to do two different ones. It's up to you, whatever look you're going for. Now as far as the color I have is SOM2730. okay, and I'll just have the name right down the below right here on the screen of the hair and the color. Okay, I love this color. This color is dope. What I like about it is like it has kind of like brown and black in the front, and then it kind of fades into this ombre at the bottom. That's where I feel like you see majority of the 27, a little bit of the 30, and then it's like a 1B mixture thrown in there somewhere. As far as the packs, how many did I use? I think I used about six and a half packs. It's not super heavy. All right, it's not really that heavy. It's not light though. And I've been worse, like I've had like 8 packs on my hair and that was dumb heavy. This is kind of heavy, like especially if you've never worn it before, it can be a little heavy, but it's not extreme, not to me. I think you can definitely do it, and you can get away with using less hair in the back. You just gotta have to pay attention and make sure that you cover up the hair in the back so you don't want to be looking out here looking crazy. Enough of all that. Okay, let's get into my braid pattern and how I install the hair in this clip. Roll it. All right, ladies. Ooh, child, who is that? I know that ain't me. Now I know I'm looking crazy, but listen here, don't judge me, okay? I'm coming to you all natural, baby. I know I still look good, all right? Ain't no shame in my game. Now listen, I'm serving real paleness right here, okay? All I know is I need a beach, a tan, and a drink in my hand because I need some color, baby. This ain't working. This ain't working. Anyway, so this is my braid pattern. Now I decided to do this braid pattern because I wanted my hair to look like it was individually locked throughout my whole head without really having to do my whole head individually. You get what I'm saying? If not, I'm going to explain. But I saw this individual crochet lock method done by a girl here named Jas Nicole. She's very popular on YouTube. This method has been done by so many, okay? And I'm going to link her channel down below so you can see what she's all about because she's dope. Now, as you can see here, my hair is individually braided in the front, okay? So that's why you see that. And right here, boom, I didn't mean to give you the middle finger, okay? That was not my goal. I just want to let you know that I know my nail was broke, all right? Just in case you see it. But I did the whole individuals going around the whole perimeter of my head. And the reason for this being is because it gives you that illusion, like I said, and let's say if you want to put your hair up in a bun, it looks like your hair is individually locked, although it's not throughout the whole head, okay? So that's the whole point of it, just so you can eliminate time having to do your whole head individually, but you know, you get the gist, okay? Now I'm showing you the back of my head, all right? So the back is also individually locked. Once again, if you want to put it up into a ponytail, you can do so, and it looks bomb, all right? Now, the middle of my head, as you can see, is braided, okay? So this braided part is much easier to do. The cornrows is so much easier to do and takes less time. That's why I do this method. Doing the individual faux locks throughout my whole head is just too much, and it would just too time consuming. I ain't got time for that, okay? So that's why we do the locks, not the locks, the braids in the middle. We connect the braids, all right, into one, and then this braid that I'm pointing to right here, I just sew it down onto the cornrows, okay, so it can lay flat. And that's pretty much it. So that's how I decided to do this install and it was not easy, baby, okay? All right, guys, so we're gonna get right into it, okay? So here's your crochet needle, all right? So that's what I call it. You can find these at the beauty supply store for like $1, okay? Take your crochet latch hook, needle, whatever, slide it through the top of your braid like so. Okay, slide it through. Make sure it's open. Make sure your needle is open, okay? Then you're going to get your faux lock, all right? As you can see, it has an opening. It has a hole at the very beginning. That's important because that's the hole you're going to be using to latch your hair onto the actual hook, okay? So what I like to do is make sure the opening is wide enough. So I may widen it a little bit with my finger. Then at this point, I'm just going to take my lock and hook it on to the actual hook of the crochet needle. Hook it on, okay? Close the needle now at this point. You can't see here, but there's a little thing here to close it. You're going to slide the hair underneath your braid to the other side, okay? Take the needle out. Have that opening open, okay? Once that's open, you're going to take the actual lock hair and your hair together. Make sure together and slide both pieces through that hole, okay? Make sure you pull it through the hole and pull. So both pieces should now be through the actual hole of the lock. So this is where the difficult part came in for me. Now your goal is to get your hair to hide within this lock. You're going to do that by first finding the direction of which way the lock is twisting. So I figured it's twisting that way. So now what you're going to do is pretty much open the hair of the lock. Open up the hair a little bit. Loosen it up. Not too much, but just loosen it up, because now what your goal is to get the actual lock to wrap around your hair. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I know it probably doesn't, but as you can see here, you want to hold your actual hair steady, but you're going to open up the lock and twist it around your hair, and that's supposed to help conceal the braid. So that's what the individual crochet method really kind of looks like. Like I said, this was my first time doing this, so it did not work well for me. Doing it the first time, I felt like my hair, I don't know, after I finished trying to lock my hair around it, it wouldn't stay. Like, you can see bits of my braid sticking through. All right, so everything is trial and error, practice, but that's essentially what you're going to do. I'm going to show you again in another one, but when I get to the end of my actual braid, all I do is open the lock a little bit more. As you can see here, I open it a little bit more and kind of just stuff the end of my braid in there, and then just twist the hair down a little bit. And that's pretty much all I was doing, okay? Now, this one didn't look too bad. You can still kind of see, if you look up close, a little bit of my hair sticking through, but it was okay because, like I said, this hair has some black in it, so you couldn't really tell
too much, especially from afar. Up close, you can't tell. But that's the difficulty I was having. So I'm going to show you again what I'm talking about. All right, so once again, you're going to take your crochet needle like so. Make sure it's opening, make sure it's open, and you're going to slide it underneath your braid like so, okay? Take your faux lock, hook it on to the needle, close it, and you're going to slide it underneath your braid like so, all right? Make sure you have that opening open. You're going to take the actual lock and your hair together. Make sure it's together, and you're going to pull it through the opening, okay? So here I'm just struggling to find the opening, okay? But once you find it, make sure you take the lock and your hair together and pull it through that opening like so. Pull, make sure it's secure, okay? Once again, now you're going to find a direction in which the hair is twisting. That's important. I figured it was that way. You're going to hold your hair steady and open up that lock and twist it around your actual hair, okay? That is how your hair is going to get hidden within the lock. There are other methods to do. This was the easiest to me, okay? Because even the other methods that I saw was just not working for me. So as I did them more and more, I got a little bit better. But just for anyone who's struggling, you may struggle in the beginning if you're like me, but you can try, keep trying, okay? And it'll get better. Now, like I said, for me, there was black within this hair, so it didn't look too bad. But yeah, if you're doing like colored locks, it may be a little bit difficult in the beginning. Some people get it off the first try, all right? I'm willing to try it again until I like the results that I'm seeing. Now, I was okay with this. And as far as crocheting your lock onto your cornrows, super easy. All you got to do is find your braid, slide your needle underneath the braid like so, open, hook your hair onto the needle. Once again, close the needle, slide it underneath your braid, find your opening, take your actual lock, pull it through, pull, and that's it, y'all. So easy. Doing it this way, if you do your entire head with cornrows instead of doing individual, you could be done with this in like 2 to 3 hours, y'all. I promise you. I've actually done it before with just cornrows, my entire head. I think I recorded that process. Actually, I recorded it. So let me know down below if you want to see how that hair turned out. If you want to see that video, I will get that on for you so I can show you how it looks all cornrow without the individuals. All right, so you can leave it as is, just as is, with just the locks itself, or you can do like me and add a little bit more pizzazz, add a little bit more curliness by adding curly pieces of hair, crochet hair into your hair, okay? So here I'm just showing you, different partings in the hair. You can wear the hair different ways. But I wanted a little bit more goddess-like. I wanted it more curlier, so I added curly pieces. Now, I actually got this idea from another YouTuber here on YouTube. Her name is Taste Pink. She's really dope. Her videos are so bomb. I just love her, and I saw her do this idea, so I said this could work perfectly for me as well. So all you gotta really do is take some random pieces of curly hair. I use what I had around the house already, and all I do is fill within the hair where I want some pieces to lay. Like, you literally just fill around the top of your hair. And I said, you know what, that'd be a good spot for some curls to lay. So that's where I'm going to install the hair. All right, that's all I do. I just find random spots in my head to let the curls flow. Take your curly hair and crochet it in. Now I'm going to go to I'm not going to go too in depth with this because I have videos already on how I install curly crochet braids, but pretty much it's the same technique. You make sure your latch hook is open, hook the hair on, okay, you slide it underneath your braid or whatever, and make sure you have an opening, and you're pretty much sliding the hair through the loop. And with curly hair, you have to twist it a couple of times to make sure it lays and stays, because curly hair can be very slippery, so you got to tie it a couple of times to make sure it's secure. But that's really all I do, y'all. I really don't do anything else. Just find random spots, find random curls. I use for this, I believe, Go-Go Curl and Deep Twist from Free Trust, I believe. Okay, but you could use any curly hair, but I'll put that down below what I think I use. Actually, I'll have it right here as well, what I use. But Go-Go Curl and Deep Twist looks pretty nice with this type of hair. So, trial and error, baby. Find what works for you. Find different spots in here to have some curls. You can add as many curls as you like. I only like a few here and there. Whatever floats your boat. It's your hairstyle. Make it work for you, boo-boo, okay?
All right guys, so that's pretty much how I install my faux crochet goddess locks. I love this hair. This is definitely one of my go-to hairstyles. I promise you, I think it's gonna look good on everybody. And don't be afraid to experiment, okay? As you can see, I'm not perfect, all right? It's not perfect on me. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you come join the family. We have fun over here, over here, over here, over here. And to my OGs who's been rocking with me forever, you already know I love you forever. All right, and if you're on Instagram, follow me down below right here, Curves on the Move, because I be moving. Anyway, follow your girl there, okay? I am definitely on there much more often than I am here. Any questions you have, I will answer you there. Slide in my DMs, whatever. And yeah, until my next video, I hope you guys stay beautiful, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.